I'm unemployed. Basically about a month ago I was working a full-time job that did not fulfill me, and so now I've ended said relationship with that job. However, they want to be back and didn't quite let me quit, and so I'm now kind of in a situationship with employment, which is a sentence I never thought I'd say. But basically, I work 1 day a week. I have 6 days off, and I don't really know what to do with those 6 days off. And I've saved up like a decent chunk of money, enough to get me by at least a year, but I've already blown a decent proportion of that through just a combination of sheer carelessness and sports betting. So now I need to actually figure out a way to make money. So what do I do now? When I was a kid, I loved all forms of sports. You name it, I've probably played it at one point, but one that really stuck out to me was basketball. And I was semi-decent at it, until a string of injuries set me out for good. My dream was always to play professionally, however that didn't work out. So now I've transferred to two completely different sports: bodybuilding and MMA, neither of which I'm particularly good at. However, now that I've got this great opportunity where I'm not spending, a lot of my time doing work, I've got 6 days off a week, I've got a blessed opportunity to spend my time living like a professional athlete, even though I'm a very mediocre one. So what does this lifestyle actually entail? I've split this into 3 categories. One, the most obvious one, intense physical training. This is going to be me working out in the gym, me hitting bags, doing pad work, hitting the bag, not doing bags. And yeah, just a bunch of MMA and bodybuilding specific training. That's going to be pretty sick. Number 2, nutrition. My daily calorie goals, bulking up, making sure I'm staying lean, even though that's kind of counterintuitive. But basically just eating healthily, feeling good, looking good, putting on muscle. Number 3, mental discipline. This one I'm not really going to focus too much on in this channel because it's quite frankly not the most entertaining thing to watch. But I will be supplementing that with something else that I've found professional athletes quite like to do a lot of, and that is DMing Instagram models. Now, when I first started this journey, my girlfriend did not like the idea of me doing that for some reason, and so I decided to supplement this with Clash Royale. However, since starting this journey, we are no longer together, and so if I want to, I can start DMing these Instagram models. However, I really f***ing like this game. It's really addicting, and I don't think I want to stop. And quite frankly, I think me DMing Instagram models would have been better for our relationship. So, alright, what we're going to do now is just load up into a Clash game because I feel like it and I'm unemployed. So what better to do? Anyway, this is my deck, homemade deck. Beautiful, look at that. Yes, I have spent far too much money on this game. Yes, I have been playing it for almost 10 years. And yes, my life would be significantly better if I spent all of the time playing this game on literally anything else. Let's hopefully get a dub this game. Another thing I love about this game is that although I go to the gym a lot, I'll work out, I'll do MMA, do striking, spar, do all sorts of things that you would think would regulate my emotions. Nothing quite fulfills the primal rage within me like this game. And I can't really get my anger out in any other form. So playing this game just makes my life so much better because it's just such a release for me that I don't get from anything else, which is quite bizarre. But if you've played this game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I will continue to do this, and I think this will become an integral part of my routine. It's almost meditative in a way because when you're in it, it's just you're truly in the moment, just locked in, trying to find the best counters for everything. I know I sound like such a nerd right now, but this game is absolutely sick. And so we have to show our good sportsmanship to old mate here. Now we just have to defend, like not even, barely have to defend for like 10 seconds. Giant skeleton bomb takes all of that out, and that is just a beautiful win. Hang on, let's give him some more appreciation. Ooh, I nearly lost that, but it's just such a release of energy that is truly necessary in our day and age. And I'm just gonna run it back because I feel so good, and I feel like nothing can bring me down. That one is going to sting me for quite a bit of time, and it will be used to fuel my training tonight. If I look like I just got beat the up, it's because I did. It was all consensual though, so play on. Yeah, normally what I do after training is go home, have dinner, and then go to the gym. However, as I have a grappling competition tomorrow, I will not be doing that, and I will just be going home and going straight to sleep. So I had my grappling comp the other day. Well, first of all, I didn't get a single submission the whole time, which is because I know barely any submissions in jiu-jitsu. I know the armbar, I know the rear naked choke, and I know the guillotine in theory, but it's a fake submission that doesn't work. So I didn't get a single submission the whole day. First match I was up against my mate, and at one point I had him in guard and I didn't know how to pass, so I just stood up because jiu-jitsu is not real. But he reminded me, he's like yelling in my ear while I lift him up. He's like, dude, you're not allowed to slam, you're not allowed to slam, which we weren't. And I didn't know what the to do, so I just started squatting him, which was a bit of a piss take, but I ended up winning that match by some fluky takedown at the end. And then I won my next match by some fluky takedown at the end. It's a beautiful night, by the way. Probably can't see it on this phone. And then I made it to the grand final match, and my opponent was just cranking submissions the whole time, as he's meant to do, and I was just not tapping or not letting my arm get broken. And then, would you believe it, I landed a fluky takedown at the end, and we were tied on points, and so we drew the gold medal match. And I don't know if you're normally meant to draw gold medal matches, but it's like that time in the Olympics in, I don't know, God knows when, with those two cool, with the two high jumpers, one of which that was in the Celebrity All-Star game and threw down that cool dunk one time. But yeah, gold medal, tied gold medal, so that was pretty cool. It was just white belt and white belt weight class, so nothing to write home about, but I'm pretty stoked myself, you know. Can't put that achievement down to nothing. I was pretty happy. Still beat 5 other people, so, you know, and not my main discipline. So honestly, I can't really complain. I'm very happy about it. I also tried smelling salts, and that really me up. But yeah, just finished chest. About to go home and edit, and then we'll see you later.